Alex. How are you today?
I'm good. I just gotta hit my wrist off the table, but other than that, I'm good.
Oh.
I'm okay, though. It doesn't hurt. See? I can still move. Okay.
Oh, that's good. I see you wearing a beautiful t-shirt today. Where did you get it from?
Oh, I got it from the Kmart.
Oh, I've never been to a Kmart. What do they carry there?
They carry clothes, and it's pretty much like a Costco and a Walmart combined.
Oh, well, that ought to be an interesting store. The next time I go to see my uncle in Florida, I might have to go and see if I can find one.
Yeah, they're really cute, eh? They're really comfy.
It is. I see you're wearing a beautiful XO necklace. Where did you get that? My daughter would love one.
I got it at Ardene's.
Oh, well, I guess I'll have to go find one of those too, seeing as our Ardene's here in Kirkland closed.
Yeah.
So, how has the situation with your bullying been lately?
My situation, I guess, has been okay. My marks have all gone back up again, which is...
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm happy about that my marks are back up and everything. What else? The bullying online, that's still there, but it's not as frequent. Like, I'll probably, every once a week or, once every 2 weeks.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Have you thought of maybe increasing the privacy settings on your social media accounts so that you can't see these posts?
All of them are on very private posts. It's set so, only my followers and stuff like that can see it. But I guess the bullies kind of don't set that because I'm easily still able to kind of see it. But
oh, well, as long as you're comfortable and as long as you're not acknowledging...
I honestly haven't acknowledged it because if they were really my friends, they would care about how I felt. They would try to help me get out of it and everything like that. But they're not really my friends because they do it and they just don't care who they hurt. Unlike my new supportive friends have.
Oh, well, that's good. So... did the tutoring work well, or were you able to work with the teachers? What was the biggest thing that made you able to change your marks?
The thing that got me able to change my marks, yes, the tutor did happen. It didn't happen right away, of course. It took maybe a week or two to get
organize.
Yeah, exactly. To organize and everything like that. Sorry, I'm taking a...
That's okay. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
Make you comfortable.
But with the tutoring thing, yes, that's helped me definitely for sure with all my classes.
Good, good.
I'm keeping up the tutoring though, so if I notice a decrease in my marks again, I'll have help to kind of help me get it back and also help me retain the information.
Okay, perfect. So, how has the rebuilding of your social life gone?
That's gone, actually, it's been really well, my social life. Once I told a couple of my friends in school and everything like that, it definitely helped. They were able to help me out get through it and everything like that. My social life definitely has helped because I have such supportive friends who are on Pep Squad, and some of them aren't on Pep Squad, but they're in my classes. So they've helped.
Good.
They've helped me with it. I got back onto my Pep Squad again. Woohoo! And it's just felt like I never left.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So, how has your change in attitude affected your relationship with your parents? Is it better? Is it stronger?
My relationship with my parents. Good question. My parents, once we did all the meeting arrangement from last time with my dad, because my mom's always away.
Mm-hmm.
But once we did that with my dad, he pretty much asks me either verbally or he texts me saying, how are you doing today? How's your marks are and everything like that. So I feel like that it definitely improved because before he would never text me and never check up on me and everything like that. But he's definitely checking up on me now. And once we had our meeting with him, he called my mom and told my mom pretty much everything what's going on. And she calls me every couple of days because, of course, she's in meetings till whoever knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's definitely helped with my parents as well.
Oh, good. I'm glad that I was able to involve your father enough to get your family familiar with your situation without making you or your parents uncomfortable, because the last thing I wanted to do was separate your parents or make your relationship with them strained.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that's gone well. So I can see as you're sitting here that your posture is better than the last time I saw you. There's more excitement in your tone of voice. Your way that you're looking at life seems to be more positive, because I think the last time you were quite down in the dumps and kind of looking for the person that you essentially lost when you were being severely bullied. Is that accurate?
That is very accurate. Beforehand, I was all down in the dumps, like as you were saying, down in the dumps, not really giving a care on what anybody else thought of me, and everything like that. But I found that once I got out of that little rut, that things were going to get better for me, that I decided to try to figure myself out again, like I told you in the previous session we had. And I definitely thought that definitely helped once my marks were up, and I felt more confident and better about myself, and just kind of had a new outlook on everything.
Well, I'm glad to see that you've been able to become self-empowered, and now you're being more positive and less afraid of the situations that you may encounter. Has the physical bullying stopped?
How can I put this nicely? Let's just say, oh gosh, how is this going to be a very good one here? The physical bullying, yes, it stopped, but sometimes it picks up again, right? It's kind of like, you know, like a roller coaster, how you kind of have like that little, like, easy spot, and it's like, oh, I can just relax now. Yeah, you get that little spot, and then once you hit a hill, it's like, bam, it happens again. And then it goes all smooth again, and then bam again. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right.
Okay, so if I remember correctly from the last time, you were having issues with being punched in the arm and pushed around.
You kind of saw that lovely bruise, eh? Look, I don't got it anymore.
Well, that's a good thing. So, is that the behavior that's occurring again with this from the same group of your peers, or is it different people?
Yes and no. Sometimes it'll be, well, I shouldn't say sometimes. Sometimes sometimes it's both. Like, there is, like, the original girls, but they also, like, get, like, a couple other people, male or female, to help out with all the bullying and everything to me. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it'll just be them, like, they'll be talking and snickering behind my back, like, as I walk by, and I'm just like, I don't really care about you anymore, and I just kind of fake it. But I don't really, to be honest, I don't really care what they think anymore. It's what I think of myself and how I carry myself now.
Okay, well,
and my friends are very supportive.
That's a much more positive outlook, but how does the bullying still occurring make you feel?
The bullying still occurring to me, it's tongue-tied there.
That's okay.
It makes me feel still, I guess, on edge a little bit sometimes if my friends aren't walking with me, like home or in the halls sometimes. It makes me feel uneasy a little bit, because I know they can strike at any time and get me at any time of the day. But it does make me feel more uneasy and a little bit insecure of it still and everything.
Yeah, I know how that can make you feel. I had an incident in high school where if the hall monitor wasn't walking beside me, people would push me down because of the use of my crutches. So I know what that's like, and I know what it's like to feel like one moment
One moment you think you're fine.
Your friends are your friends, and the next moment
they become your worst enemy.
They become your enemy.
Yeah.
And I found it difficult to cope with in that I essentially was I would get lost at points in time because I didn't know what to think. So how have you been able to cope with that?
How have I been able to cope with this all? Again, very good question by you. High five to that. How I've been able to cope with it, it varies for obviously a lot of different people, but I definitely find talking with you and with my friends and everything like that definitely helps for sure.
Good.
When I'm working on my work, I'll have music in sometimes to help me not think about it.
So that's another good coping method. That was another one I used in high school.
Definitely music helps me get through all my worst situations.
Oh, perfect. That's a great method to use.
Yeah, I find music really helps. If I didn't have music, then I really don't know what I'd do, but definitely music is one way that definitely helped.
Perfect. It helped me a lot, too, because I didn't like to be in a quiet room.
Yeah.
Because I was always afraid that if somebody came up behind me, something might go bad.
I'm okay.
You're not supposed to hit your elbow on my desk.
I know.
My desk is for my files and my paperwork.
I know. I guess it just doesn't like me either because it comes up and attacks me.
Not for students to
first it hit
their elbows on.
I know. First it hit my wrist, now it's my elbow. Table, why do you hate me?
I don't know. Apparently it doesn't. It wants to jump out today.
Yeah, I guess so, eh? Bad table.
So, a lot of what I hear you saying is that you're doing a lot better, but you still have moments of hesitation when the bullying still occurs. And you like it. I remember you telling me from the last session that you'd like it to stop permanently, but you're in a much better spot now.
Yeah.
Have you been able to confront the people that are doing it and just tell them how you feel, or have you found that it's better to just ignore them and see whether or not they'll stop without being confronted?
At first I did. Well, at first I just kind of brushed it off, it's like, it's going to be handled and everything like that. But now that it's still, is occurring, I do talk back to the bullies, and they do stop right away.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
At least now they have some respect for you.
Well, some respect. I would say some. I would say some, but I wouldn't say a whole lot either.
No, they're bullies.
Yeah. Okay. But, also too, sometimes when I try, it either gets worse or it stops and they just come back later on during either the day or a different day and just continue with it. And then again, I confront them and it would still happen, but they'd be scared off at the time for a little bit and then they would come back.
Well, that's good. I mean, I feel like you can be quote-unquote normal without having to constantly confront some bullying. So I'm going to kind of summarize and ask clarification for what you're telling me. You feel more comfortable, but there are still issues that you'd like to deal with. So what are some of the issues you'd like to deal with during our next session?
Maybe an idea. This is just an idea, since
I'm very open.
Since I see we're kind of running out of time here. That an idea for maybe the bullying in the halls.
Yes.
To have hall monitors.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed our school... Sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay.
That our school really doesn't have that.
No, they don't. Okay, so what I will do, because I've had feedback from other students regarding other students being pushed into lockers and that sort of inappropriate behavior, so I'm going to bring that to our staff meeting.
Okay.
But actually what I'd like to do is I'd like for you, if you're comfortable, to come with me to the staff meeting, because I think that the principal would benefit from your input, because I think that we can say as much as we want, but our student voices need to be heard, because I think that the more our students hear the voices and hear that students no longer want to be bullied, I think that we'll have a better chance at getting hall monitors. And then my hope from having the hall monitors in is that they will stop, because the hall monitors will not tolerate bullying at all. So I'm hoping for that dynamic to change.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do is, when I talk to the principal, which will be after our session, I will send you an email and a room that our staff meeting will be in, and I will meet you there. And I think that it would be very beneficial for us to represent our school together.
I'm up for that.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, well, I'm glad you enjoyed our session, and I'm glad I've been able to be of so much help to you.
Alrighty.
See you next week.
Alrighty. Bye.